G'day, I'm Rob and you're watching How to Van Life. Today we're talking about flat batteries, and I'm not talking about depressed chickens. Think about that one. This particular task can also be performed with tools from your H2VL toolkit, emergency toolkit. I'm not going to go into extreme detail about what we're doing here today. I'm just going to give you the basics so you can get your van going and get back on the road. So I guess the first thing you need to do is locate the battery in your van. Some vans, like this Tarago, any van with a little bonnet thing on it, so Taragos have them, T4s, transporters have them, some Mitsubishi vans have a little bonnet at the front. The battery will be under the bonnet. With your flat nose vans like Hiaces and a lot of other vans, Econo vans, I'm a Toyota man, so anyway, Hiaces are behind the front passenger seat. There's a little compartment, little lid you can take off behind the front passenger seat. That's where your battery is. Some vans also have them under the front, one of the front seats, so either under the driver's seat or under the passenger seat. So very rarely your battery will be in the back anywhere. It's normally up the front here near the motor. Now there are three different common causes of a flat battery. The first one is pretty straightforward. You've left something on, like you've left the lights on, you've left the interior light on, something like that. You've been up all night partying, you've had the stereo cranked in your van, you wake up about 1 o'clock the next day and you've got a flat battery. Is that just me? The second possible cause of a flat battery could be the charging system in your car. Your car has a charging system. When the motor's running, it charges up the battery. If the charging system isn't working properly, then it won't be charging the battery and the battery will go flat. Yeah, the third most common cause for your battery being flat in your car is just your battery's died. Deep cycle batteries only have a number of cycles. Once they've gone through those cycles, that's it, they're dead, they won't work again. Now, if all you've done is run your battery flat by leaving something on, there won't be a problem. Just get the car running again and the battery will be fine. If your charging system has stopped working or is faulty, you need to fault find that and either repair it or get somebody to repair it for you. And if your battery's dead, buy a new battery. So what I'm going to do now is tell you how to determine whether it's your charging system or your battery. You don't want to have to end up, go buying a battery and then find out it's your charging system. It's just a waste of money, or vice versa. Right, so the first thing we've got to do is start the car. If your battery's flat and it's not going to start, the normal first port of call is get someone to jump start you. If you're not familiar with how to jump start a car, I will be doing another how-to vid shortly on jump starting a car, so check that out. So here's your battery. What we're going to do is a simple test to decipher whether it's the battery that's at fault or the charging system that's at fault. When I do that, I don't mean that's the charging system, I just mean it's in there somewhere. So, here's our card of sockets from our H2VL emergency toolkit and our little bar there, little swivel bar. It's a 13mm socket. So what we're going to do, if you look down here at a battery, the battery has two terminals. One's negative and one's positive. You can't get them mixed up. This is a polarised battery. All batteries are polarised. They have a negative and a positive. If you mix them up, you can do all sorts of damage. Now, if you do take the leads off, in this instance we're only going to take one lead off, so there's no way you're going to get it mixed up. But if for some reason you do, the negative terminal, the black one, they're black and they're red, the negative is always black. The negative wire, the big main one, there could be others coming off it, but the big main one will go to the motor or the chassis of the car somewhere. So that's how you can decipher which lead is your positive or negative battery lead. So we're going to take the positive lead off. Loosen that nut. Right, that should be loose enough to come off now. Now I'm going to remove the positive battery terminal off the battery. If the engine stops, it means there's a fault in the charging system. and the battery's okay, or most likely okay. There are some instances where both can be. Right, so I'll take it off. Motor's still running. So that means that the charging system within the car is okay, it's working properly, the motor's still running. So that's a fair bet that your battery's dead and you need to buy a new battery. I'd suggest getting it tested first somewhere, just in case there's something else going on, but I'm pretty sure it'll be your battery's died. Right, let's put that back on. Like I said, make sure you always get your positive and negative around the right way. Negative black, positive red. Tighten that up now. Tighten up nuts and bolts. They're a right hand thread. Most nuts and bolts are a right hand thread. Some are left hand, normally on gas fittings. So to undo a bolt or a nut, you turn it anti-clockwise. Okay? So anti-clockwise to undo, and then clockwise to do it up. So anti to loosen, clockwise to tighten. And there's another tip when you're doing this. See how that's getting very close to the negative battery terminal? You've got to be very careful of that, because if you short out the two terminals, the battery doesn't like it and it'll spark, and if the battery's damaged or old and it's leaking gas, that could even cause an explosion. So be very careful when you're tightening up the positive battery terminal, not to touch the negative battery terminal or any metal on the car. Righto. So there you have it. There's a quick way of finding out why your battery's flat in your car, and to determine what the cause of it was and how to fix it. Like I said, I wasn't going to go into too much detail. I will go into more detail maybe on a few other things in this later down the track, but for now that's a basic step-by-step on how to get you going again. So yeah, thanks for watching How to Van Life. If you've got any requests of how-to vids you'd like us to post, just let us know. You can put a comment in the box down below there, and feel free to press the subscribe button. Subscribe to How to Van Life, because it'll be a valuable source of information for you van lifers when you're out on the road. So happy vanning.